What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. For those who are new to my page, my name is Kiani and I'm a physical therapist. And I'm actually going to be telling you some truths about physical therapy. So, a lot of times, physical therapy leaves people hanging when it comes to getting back to working out pain free. Many people will come to PT because they have pain with their knees, their hip, their back, their shoulder. They have pain during simple things during their day to day, like simply walking, going up and down stairs, reaching for something, reaching overhead, carrying certain items, and they also feel pain with their workouts. And the first advice that they usually get is to stop working out until the pain gets better. And as they go through PT, their pain starts to improve. And when they do these simple things that they were initially having pain with, they tend to feel a lot better, right? So then they just get discharged and they're done with PT. But then what? You're basically at the point where these simple things are not painful anymore, but you're still left on your own with no solution on how to safely get back to working out or doing any of the activities that are a little bit more strenuous than the simple stuff we do on a day-to-day basis. And that's where people tend to run into trouble because they don't have this guidance and they don't have any actual plan to getting back to working out with that pain because they were told to wait until it gets better. And now that it feels better, you're on your own. So, like most people do, like anyone would do, you decide to jump back into the workouts that you were doing before you had pain. And this is where people either end up hurting themselves all over again or they find out that they're actually not pain free. They're actually not better, but they're already done with PT. So they don't really know where to turn because they figured if I did physical therapy already, I should be better, but it's not better. So I'm just not going to do those types of activities anymore. But the truth is, and this is not just with physical therapy, this is just the American healthcare system at this point. Like insurance is essentially dictating the care that people get, right? And they don't care to get you back to anything other than the bare minimum. Can you walk up and down stairs without pain, without an assistive device? Can you walk community distances? Can you walk in your house? Can you do your day to day stuff without pain? That's all they care about. Once you reach that point, you're done with PT. They don't care if you cannot run without knee pain. They don't care if you can't put a 45-pound bar on your back and squat. They don't care if you can't bench press 40 pounds anymore. They don't care about these things, right? And just because your pain is gone when you're doing these simple tasks, it does not mean that you're ready to get back into your old workout routine. There actually needs to be a step-by-step plan to get you back to the exercises you were once doing. And if you don't have that plan, you're going to think you just need to avoid it and there's no solution for you. And that's why you have so many people that are like, I did physical therapy, but I still have shoulder pain when I bench press. I did physical therapy for my knee, but I still have pain when I run or when I squat or when I lunge. People say they did PT for their shoulder, but it still hurts when they reach their arm overhead. Things like that are things I hear all the time. But then when I ask them exactly what they were doing in PT, nothing. They don't say anything that would give the idea that that would help them get back to what they want to do. Just because you're not having pain when you reach out to the side anymore, when you put on your clothes, when you put on your seatbelt, it does not mean that you're going to be able to go in the gym and lift heavy weight. It just does not work like that. So you have to have these step-by-step progressions that actually get you back to what you want to do. But the thing is that people are being let go from therapy because they're able to do the bare minimum. So that's exactly why I do my programs and I run my businesses the way I do, because it's not about getting you back to just pain-free everyday activities. You also want to be able to work out pain-free, right? So for example, your knee might not hurt when you go up and down stairs, but you can still go in the gym and squat or lunge and have that same pain. But if nobody helps you with that, nobody actually even thinks to look at that and just tell you to avoid it until you feel better. When you are feeling better and when you do it, it's still going to be painful. So that's where people are just running into this same cycle. And then they say PT didn't work. But yeah, I guess it didn't work, but you also didn't have the right type of PT. And there's no reason you need to avoid these movements for the rest of your life. So my process that I take my clients through doesn't stop at getting you back to pain-free activities. Like, sure, it's great that you can walk and do your day-to-day stuff without any pain, but you have to take it a step further and make sure that you're able to get back to your lift safely without pain and you're actually confident with it. So the steps I take my clients through is a movement assessment. We have to see how you move. Just because you have shoulder pain or you were diagnosed with a rotator cuff tear or knee pain or a meniscus tear, that doesn't mean anything. We have to see how you move and actually what you're capable of, right? Then after that, based on how you move, we have to put together a program that's going to allow you to still work out right now, but also not necessarily protect the injured area, but allow you to work out in a way that's not stressing the injured area too much to the point where it's going to make it worse, but also you're still able to get some strength benefits from it. Then from there, you're going to get ongoing guidance, ongoing support, and we're going to make adjustments along the way. You can't keep doing the same exercises for months on end when you're getting back from an injury, when you're trying to overcome pain, because your body just gets used to it. So that's where the ongoing adjustments and modifications to your program come in. Because, for example, a lot of people, when they have pain with squatting, they can't do this like knee over toe motion. And that's totally fine. But over time, we do want to work towards that. You do want to rebuild your capacity to tolerate a knee over toe position. So that's when we're going to have to slowly progress you. And the only way to do that is to make adjustments week by week. We can't just say, hey, do these exercises and then in 6 weeks you'll be able to do knee over toe. No, you have to build up to it. Also, another thing that I do that I think is missing in traditional healthcare and in traditional PT is looking at somebody's entire fitness program, right? So sure, you may be having knee pain, but there's still a ton of other things that you can be doing. Like, what does your upper body routine look like? What are you doing for cardio? What are you doing for all the other parts of your body? What other health and fitness goals do you have? And based on that, there's always ways that we can keep you training, keep you moving, keep you continuing to make progress on those things while you're recovering that specific injury. So many times people tell me like, oh, I'm in a boot, I'm non-weight bearing, and I can't do exercise. I work with people that can't weight bear for 8 weeks, and we do tons of things, upper body, core, still train lower body in non-weight bearing positions. And this is the type of stuff that keeps you in shape despite you having certain restrictions, despite you having certain precautions that you have to follow. And this is the type of physical therapy that's actually missing when you go to most physical therapy clinics. But this is the type of physical therapy and the type of training that you actually need to get back to what you want to do. If you just want to be able to walk your 10K steps, shout out to you, that's great. But if you want to be in the gym, squatting heavy weight, lifting heavy weight, pushing heavy weight, pulling heavy weight, this is what you need. So if getting back to pain-free exercise, pain-free lifting, while still crushing your fitness goals is really important to you, I am offering training rehab programs. And if you want to learn more about it, I'm going to drop the link in the comments so you can check it out, or you can also message me. With that being said, I'm going to hop off. Peace.